Hey guys, welcome back to Real Housewives Recaps. Today we're talking in Just Like That. Some of you let me know that on Reddit there is a whole bunch of people talking about in Just Like That, and there's some funny stuff going on over there. I had no idea of its existence. So I pulled up some of my favorite things and we're going to talk about them. Check out my merch, link below. I got Midnight Toast, Justice for Steve. It's a load of pants. Or find me on Patreon. It's patreon.com/Real Housewives Recaps. So a big thank you to everybody who let me know that there's an Just Like That Reddit thread. And there's some really cool stuff, some funny stuff, some poignant stuff over there that I really enjoyed reading. 2 hours later, here we are, having fallen down a rabbit hole. I found some of my favorite things, and I just wanted to share them with you guys. Side note, they're still talking about it over there, which I kind of love. And if any of you are on Reddit, which Grandma here is not, tell them about this channel. Tell them to come watch all our videos, join in the conversation, because I welcome a lot more people. So, just out of the gate, one of my favorite things I saw, Chet instead of Che for season 2. So apparently this is a real photo that was taken. I thought maybe they had photoshopped her in there, but no, it was, I believe, like 2000, it was either 5 or 15, hell, I don't even know, but it was at a hockey game. But this just really cracked me up. Chet instead of Che. I would probably rather watch Chet. Yikes, that's saying something. But on a side note, who brings a book to a sports game like this? Like, where you know you're probably going to be photographed, you know? Like, I don't know. It just rubs me the wrong way. One of my favorite comments under this was, shit, I'll take Tom. You know what? Me too. I think most of us would. Another one, hear me out. A throwaway line about how Che left Miranda for Chet. Oh my God, I just think that is such a clever idea. I would totally love that. So we go from the funny to the more poignant. Can we please discuss Stanford? We talked about this, how unfortunately the actor passed away and, you know, they didn't know what to do with it, but they just, you know, this person points out they kept dangling the Sam storyline in front of us, but they just did such a shitty job on Stanford. It was so disrespectful. How they sent him off and how they just did him like that. It was awful. I love this comment here saying this season Stanford was way more obnoxious than he had been during the series. He was always sweet with a doll but bitchy. I love that description. That's how I want to be described. I turned off HBO the moment Carrie started talking about how she thought Sam isn't the friend she thought she was. So this writer points out, you remember when Carrie cheated on Aiden? Sam was there for her. When she was too exhausted to eat after being left at the altar, Sam was there for her. Sam made sure she was there when Carrie freaked out over kissing Aiden in Abu Dhabi. And, you know, just all the time Sam's been there for her. Everything we've been saying. It's just not right. Somebody else points out another highlight is when Sam went to Carrie's book launch after her peel. That's friendship dedication. You know what? You're right. And she rocked that beekeeper outfit. She looked fabulous. But me, Carrie had to roast her and tell her to go home. She was such an asshole that season. You know what? I totally agree. There were a ton of comments of how the writing made no sense. They brought up how Brenda Vaccaro, remember Big's assistant, was she supposed to reoccur? And others were saying, yes, it definitely came off that way. They played up her as having a big role at the beginning, and then they completely abandoned her. I got hell in my comments at that time, not from many of you, but from some former people that said, like, basically, lay off, give it a chance. This is the beginning. We're going to see more of her. Obviously, they're writing more. No, jackasses, they didn't. Again, not any of you. No, but seriously, like, what was the point of any of that? This person rightly points out how awful Miranda was. We got a lot of that throughout the Reddit threads, but she didn't prioritize going to Paris with Carrie over seeing Che's pilot. We don't even know if Che's pilot would get picked up. We don't know anything. And it was kind of a half-ass afterthought invitation anyway, I thought, you know, and they made this like the finale. Miranda's like, nope, I gotta go chase tail. I gotta go see about a thing in California. Good luck, friend of however many years. Somebody wrote a great comment saying they don't know if it was intentional from the writers that Miranda and Carrie's friendship just isn't as close as it used to be. Carrie seemed perplexed at everything Miranda did this season, and Miranda on the other hand, felt like she didn't get the support, understanding from the girls she thought she deserved. I don't know. I just think Miranda is a complete and total, just load of pants, right? Her whole storyline, everything she did was just a complete load of pants. She is the definition of a load of pants because she was such an unlikable, just a terrible person the entire season. And this was just the cherry on top of the shit sundae. Other people were chiming in saying, yep, they love this take. That's kind of how they saw it as well. I really didn't even think about it. Carrie's always kind of been a self-centered asshole, and they definitely did that to Miranda this season as well. Lots of comments on the Eiffel Tower bag. So this person says what I said, which is, how did she fill up it doesn't make sense, the amount of ashes there would have been versus the size of the bag. But I didn't even think about, she's pointing out, this bag opens like a book, and it wouldn't have been airtight, so likely remains would have been scattered just everywhere. So I freaked out about this one because it looks like she had the urn all along. Somebody shows from the original series where she had the Eiffel Tower purse walking next to Big. Ew, ew, ew. What are they thinking? I love this comment here. It says, I just cackled when she opened the bag and the ashes fell out. Like, who the fuck shoves a bunch of ashes in a purse like that? Like, how morbid did that process have to be? Ew. Somebody else commented there's some riverboat steam or something blowing up too, and that they almost screamed and thought his ashes were going to blow back on her. Ew. I thought this person had such a fantastic comment summarizing why Che Diaz got so much airtime, and they said, I think the writers stereotype non-binary people as being above criticism. And as people with such, quote, alternative lifestyles, they in fact have no sense of morality. It also explains why it was presented as appropriate for Che to brush off Miranda after they hooked up and being totally fine. No, it wasn't fine. Responding to somebody you hooked up with is still a thing. It's like the writers were afraid of being unhip, so they created this ultra hip monster that has no bearing on reality. Very well said. Totally agree. I'm in shock at what they've done. And I had people in the comments saying that they're non-binary, and it just pisses them off that this is their quote unquote representation. It's just wrong. There's a really funny discussion in there about how they would have grounded Rock for 6 months for that being just a total jerk at the they mitzvah. God, I can't even say that. But just really funny to read that one and how terrible Charlotte and Harry's parenting styles are. I love this one so much. Look where they left Carrie's dress from the finale. You guys, when you click on it, it's the National Health Service. It's waste bags. They're in a bath. So, yep, it looks exactly like that dress. God, that dress was awful. Let's just slap some pink gloves in this pile of waste. And finally, Miranda's utter confusion in this scene was reminiscent of a lot of us this whole season. And just like that, writers, on their choices, you get the idea. Us, the audience, no, not really. Fantastic. I loved falling down this rabbit hole. It was so much fun. Thank you to everybody who commented that I needed to check this out. Oh, I wish I'd known about this weeks ago. That was so much fun. I loved looking at those. I love laughing along with them. I am so glad to have found this place a little bit late, but I found it. Thank you guys so much for pointing it out. Let me know if you want to do more videos like this, because I sure had a lot of fun just scrolling through and reading comments and some of the posts and stuff. It was a lot of fun. Thank you guys for everything. I hope you have a fabulous day. Thank you for watching. Hit that thumbs up. Leave me comments. Every bit of that really does help the engagement. And I will talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.